Good morning, everyone. We're going to do these beautiful peonies. Very beautiful, very sensitive color. You know, they're white, so there's really no color. We have to invent the color with our beautiful grays that we create with the red, yellow, and blue. All right, one question I get always about painting flowers is, do you paint the background first or do you paint the flowers first? You can go either way. The only thing is if you're doing the background first, you want to keep in mind that what you want to do is create a path for your paint to flow on for your color. We're going to do 3-color background here. So I'm starting with raw sienna. You do your best to paint around the flowers, but you know you're going to get drips. It's almost impossible not to get the drips. So what you want to do is create a path with your paint so that as you add color, as you add more water to it, it's going to flow and it'll follow that path right through the flowers wherever you want it to be, like so. Okay, makes it a lot easier. And then when you're done covering it, you can go back with the towel wrapped around your thumb and really press out, the shape of the flowers and clean it up as best you can. Okay, makes it really nice and easy to do. So there you have it, the flower shape obviously is a white. And now I'm going to drop, the next color will be rose. So you've seen me do this is the same as we do the skies, the 3 colors. You always start with the warm color first, the yellow, and this is raw sienna, and then the rose. And that creates a beautiful warm palette here to work on. And now as you add the blue on top of that, it becomes really a beautiful glow in the background, which is what you're looking for. But remember, you don't press too hard here. You just, what I always say, we're dropping the color on, and that's what we're doing. So there's the blue. We're dropping that on top of that nice warm color. I'm not pressing too hard. I'm not trying to mix these colors on the paper. I'm letting it mix itself. So it's such an important thing to learn here. Okay, because you can use this so often, and the idea is to let the color do its own thing. Let the color mix, and it's very exciting when you allow it to do what it wants to do by itself, and not you're guiding it, you're painting in the direction that you want to paint. Now you take a damp brush and go around just picking up the drips and cleaning, softening the edges. Here I am with a towel, just lifting out some round shapes in the back there. Those are not even flowers, I sketched them out, but I'm just going to paint around those with the leaves. And all right, that light is on the top of the table. These flowers are sitting on a table, and the top of the table is going to have light. All right, so what I want you to see here, I know it's moving along fast, but look at the shape of the shadow on this front flower. You see that beautiful shape? And that's what I'm painting here. I painted it gray, and now I'm doing the inside. I'm just picking up a little bit of raw sienna, pulling the gray into that, so it's a warm gray now. Okay, and that's what I'm doing in the back there. I put some yellow raw sienna and then drop some red on top of that. So it's a nice warm color, but it's in the shape of that shadow. And when you're doing white flowers, it's very important to keep that gradation of color, So you see I have the damp brush, and I'm picking up a light on the top of the flower where the light's hitting it, and it's churning, and it gets darker as it's meeting the other flower. I'm doing the same thing here. Very light gray, warm gray. I'm using the gray that I mixed with the red rose, raw sienna, and cobalt blue, And then I added some more raw sienna to it to make it even warmer. So just trying to hold on to, see, those shapes are real important to see so that you can paint them. And you have to look for and discover those shapes, and then drop the colors on, just like we did in the background. Don't try to mix them yourself. Just paint the first shape with the gray, and then just drop the color on top, let it mix itself. Okay. All right, so we have 3 flowers in that branch. Now, in the back here, we don't really have the shape of flowers. We know they're in there, and what I want to leave here is just some white shapes. So I'm painting the raw sienna, keep them nice and warm, dropping some gray, rose, and blue on top of it, letting it just do what it wants to do. I'm going back now. I know these flowers are leaning against some leaves, and the leaves are reflecting this warm color. That's what I'm creating here. That's going to give us some nice color on the white flowers. All right. There's the leaves. They look like just a big dark shape, and we're using those to define our flowers. Okay. Those are the red tips that we saw earlier. All right. These peonies have red points on some of these shapes, on some of the folds of the flowers. Remember, there's three flowers right there in that big shape. We're gonna split them up and define them. Okay. All right, you can see there's the red tips, and there's the leaves that we're going to get into right now. Okay, that nice shape. Now I'm creating a leaf here popping out of this flower, only to show you the shape. I'm defining the shape of the flower, and that's what you want to do. And you can use your own initiative. You can put these flowers, these leaves, anywhere you want, wherever it helps to define a line on the flower. Really important. Okay, just making it up. Now here's that big shape of leaves in the middle. Now I'm using ultramarine with some Windsor yellow and raw sienna, and what you want here is a mixture of greens. You don't want, they're not all one color. You can see some are darker than others. This is what I want to point out though. See, the leaf is touching these flowers in that corner, and in my mind it's reflecting a lot of color, and that helps us to define the flowers and the shapes of the flowers. And it's much warmer as they come into the leaves, so you want to really use that. Now I use some gray there, and now I'm touching it with some raw sienna. You can use gray, whatever you want to do, but what I'm doing there is defining that back leaf of the flower, okay, the back petals of those flowers, to give the flowers some shape. You gotta have the different values and plane changes to make the flowers sing. Okay. All right. I love that organic look right there, where it's coming down. You see where that it's kind of dripping there. I love that. It's a very organic look for any kind of leaves. Now you can see I'm just placing the leaves around these white shapes in the back. I'm not trying to define a flower back there. Your eye will immediately recognize that as a flower because of the flowers in the front. As long as you define those. This is a lot of fun. These are really beautiful, and the process here is the same for all flowers. get the background, you start, get the shape. And we're going to do some colored flowers too, so you'll see that's a little different approach in that we paint the flower first with the color. All right, so now I'm adding the shadow. The light's coming from the right, so everything on the left here is going to be a shadow, and that's what I'm doing now. Okay? All right, I hope you have fun with that. It's really a beautiful thing to master, painting flowers. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon.